It seems like the lecture was thorough, Sheikhna,
Alhamdulillah.
and people are still digesting the idea.
Okay.
So may Allah bless you.
Alaykum
Yes, please
assalam
go
wa
ahead, Sister
rahmatullah.
Feroz.
Assalamu alaikum, Shaykhna. How are you?
Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Thank you for the beautiful lecture. It's such an important topic to understand who to consult. And culturally in our family, we have always consulted the elderly. We have got their opinion about everything, including business, home, life, a kid, everything.
Very good.
And one of the reasons we do this is because we think they're wiser than everyone else, because they have lived the life that we are planning to live or foreseeing, and we have doubts.
Yes.
But listening to your lecture today, it seems like we have to actually evaluate a lot of different things. And sometimes I fear that elderly don't live the new generation life, that the challenges that families are facing in today's world compared to what they lived like and what they did with their experiences. So how do we choose if it's not parents or if they're far away, or we think that, they're the problem is that when you want to ask for someone's opinion, they should know you a little bit, and you should know them a little bit. You should know a little bit more about them than they should know about you, because you're selecting the right person. And previously in your lectures, you also mentioned that you shouldn't be expressing your concerns to people who cannot help you. It's better not to say anything than to actually say something. So I feel like it's very difficult to choose a person if it's not someone who has always been in your life, and now that they are in your life, you feel that maybe they don't know in today's generation these matters the way they did before. So I still feel it's very difficult for me to choose someone for mashawara. Can you shed some light on that, please? Thank you.
You're welcome. May Allah bless you. Thank you very much. So inshallah, our next topic is who are the people that we should consult. But I see wisdom in asking elderly people in the family who are known for their wisdom. It's not just because they are old, because they have lived a life that we are proud of. It's not have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be exceptional, but at least we have seen that they faced challenges in their life, but they remained intact. They looked after their piety, they looked after the dignity of the family. So if there is such a figure in the family, then for sure their wisdom can benefit us, and we should certainly consult them. But whether this is sufficient or not, that's another issue. Maybe if there is something that needs some scholarship, some scholarly opinion, maybe it needs some technical also consultation, we add. Yeah, it depends on the case by case, we have to decide. But for sure we should not deprive ourselves from the opinion of the elderly members of the family who have lived a life of iman and integrity. In addition to that, depending on the case, you may also need more consultation. We also,
Thank you.
you're welcome. We also said that all our hope is in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Maybe Allah puts in the mouths of these people what He wants us to understand. So we value these people as they are, but also we value them as potential channels through which Allah may guide us. Therefore, maybe even this person, before I consulted him, had not thought about this issue. But maybe when I consult, then Allah puts to his mind to say something good for me. But inshallah, I will explain more in future that after consultation, sometimes you still may be unclear. Sometimes you have to make decision anyway, so you make it after consultation. But sometimes it's not that you have to make decision anyway. So you consult, and if you are not clear, you wait till you have more evidence. Inshallah, we'll talk about it.
أحسنتم شيخنا.
May Allah
There
bless you.
is also Sister Ruqayya. Okay, so it seems that her questions was similar to respected Sister Ferouz. So
Alhamdulillah.
it was similar. Thank you so much.
May Allah
Anyone would
bless
like to proceed with another questions, inshallah?
May I ask, please? Yes. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Thank you so much. This was very insightful.
Alhamdulillah.
Inshallah. My question might be something that you might address later on, but I just thought I would ask and you
Sure.
could tell me if that would come later on.
Sure.
You know how in the community we have counselors for marriage,
Yes.
for marriage purposes.
Yes.
So recently we have always had counselors that we have kept on hand for couples who would need mashwara or somebody to consult. And the more we've come to the West, we need more and more professional counseling. In the past, it used to be the elderly or the more experienced people of the community
Yes.
counseling. But recently, our resident alim has brought it to our attention that it would be highly recommended to have somebody who has the religious authority to counsel, rather than sending them to a secular counselor,
Yes.
because that might impact the quality of counsel that the couple are getting.
Yes.
I wanted your opinion on that, and if there is any kind of hadith to go with it, inshallah.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It is actually what we discussed also in the first part, that it's not enough to consult people who have just secular training. We need people who have both, ideally. If not both, we cannot compromise about Islamic aspect and religious aspect or spiritual aspect. Therefore, at least we need to try both. If they are not available in the same person, make sure that in the end we don't make decision before consulting a religious scholar. This is certainly very, very important. And you know, in the secular training also there are many different methods, different attitudes, and sometimes they are very superficial, although they look very professional. So we are not against what is really scientific, but many of these things are not science. Many of these things are just techniques based on some presumptions, based on their understanding of human beings, based on their understanding of the priorities. So at the end, don't make any big decision without consulting someone who is familiar deeply with Islamic understanding. Unfortunately, sometimes even our communities don't have alims who are Islamically very qualified. You know? So I'm not saying it's enough just to consult resident alim. Who is this resident alim? What background he has? What training he has? You know. So it's not title that helps.
أحسنتم شيخنا.
My pleasure.
جزاكم الله خير. May Allah bless you. I think definitely.
Yes, sure.